Carbon taxes on business still makes life more expensive, Canadians say. That headline ran in today's Toronto Sun. Now, Mark Carney wants you to believe that somehow only businesses will pay his sneaky carbon tax. But Canadians, well, they're not buying that spin. Your friends at the Canadian Taxpayers Federation commissioned a poll from Leger, one of the country's most well-respected pollsters, which shows that 70% of Canadians understand that businesses pass Mark Carney's hidden carbon tax on to normal consumers. Only 9% of Canadians are buying Mark Carney's spin that businesses are going to eat up the cost. We asked Canadians who they think is going to be left paying Mark Carney's hidden carbon tax, and they said loud and clear that it is normal consumers who are going to be on the hook. That's a big problem for Mark Carney. No one believes his carbon tax spin. Canadians understand that a carbon tax is a carbon tax is a carbon tax. When the government hammers businesses with a hidden back-end carbon tax, the businesses pass those costs on to consumers. It makes life more expensive for Canadians. When the government hammers refineries with a hidden carbon tax, well, that makes it more expensive to fill up your car with gasoline or diesel. When the government hammers utilities with a carbon tax, well, that makes it more expensive to heat your home with natural gas. And when the government hammers fertilizer plants with a carbon tax, that makes it more expensive to grow food in Canada, which makes your grocery bill go up. So what are the different party leaders saying about the carbon tax? Pierre Poilievre is the only federal leader who says he is going to axe all carbon taxes. Mark Carney, on the other hand, says that he is going to keep hammering Canadians with his hidden back-end carbon tax on businesses that Canadians know will still be paying. But he's also shifted the consumer portion of the carbon tax down to zero. But he kept the law on the books. That means Mark Carney can raise the carbon tax on consumers back up whenever he wants. Now, about 70% of countries, including our biggest trading partner, do not have a national carbon tax. If Carney wants to slap Canadian businesses with his hidden carbon tax, that is going to drive businesses away from Canada. It's going to make it less competitive for them to do business in Canada and push them down south of the border. Canadians aren't buying Mark Carney's carbon tax spin. We need the politicians to stand up and say no carbon taxes, no consumer carbon taxes, and no hidden carbon taxes on businesses that are still passed down to consumers.